in the Middle East, every single society that had existed prior to Islam has been eradicated, right? There, in Egypt, Coptic Christians were the majority. Now they constitute 10% of Egypt, okay? In Syria, there was huge Christians. Lebanon used to be a predominantly Christian country. Within my lifetime and yours, Lebanon went from being predominantly Christian to now being majority Muslim. Within our lifetime, not 500 years. What happened to the Iraqi Christians? Persia had a culture before Islam. Now it's become Islamic. So no ideology has conquered and colonized as much as Islam has. So if you're worried about the colonization of Zionism, then by any stretch of the imagination, if you're going to be logical, then you have to be worried and upset about the colonization of 56 countries that were once not Islamic, and in many cases they became Islamized through brute force. That's why there is the sword of Islam. It doesn't capture that we're going to cut bananas together. It captures that I put the sword to your neck, and when I conquer you, I give you choices, 3 choices. Either convert or die or live as a dhimmi. Dhimmi means as a not even second-class citizen.
I hope you listen very well if you are a Christian, a genuine Christian, to what this man just said. These countries he just mentioned now, they were once Christian populated nations, but today they are almost Islamic countries. Egypt was once more Christian, has more Christians, but today it's just 10% Christians in Egypt. What about Syria? What about Turkey? What about Oman? Even Qatar? These places they were first dominated by Christians. But today, what is happening? They are now Islamic nations. Why? Because we often fold our hands and watch things happen. We may not fight like them. We may not use the sword, but the gospel of Jesus is not being preached properly. Now listen to this, my brethren. In Turkey was once dominated by Christians until there was these rivals between pastors and pastors. What was the rival? Who owns the biggest church? Who owns the biggest tent? Who wears the nicest suit? And because of that, the church went into oblivion. And because of that, the Muslim emerged and took over the territory. They are waiting for us to slay so that they can strike. And the same thing is gradually happening right now in Africa. Why genocide is going on, killing Christians. And some pastors still come out to say this is not genocide. Because they don't understand that the enemies are waiting for you to sleep. And when you sleep, they will shift you off. I am telling you the truth. We have better wake up. We have better wake up. This is the plan. When you see herdsmen, the bandits, go into a particular Christian community and decide to wipe almost everybody away, you think it's because of the land. No, there is much more to that. They want to take over the nation. They want to take over the nation. If they are able to lay hold on Nigeria, other Africans will be their territories. But yet, what do we do as Christians? We are there on the internet space, not defending our faith. We are there making mouth, arguing unnecessarily. Let us wake up. It's a wake-up call. Videos like this come out so that you can be aware of what is happening. It's not a joke. Boko Haram is not a joke. Bandit is not a joke. And if America does not wake up, the same thing will happen. But thank God for Donald Trump, a man of God, the man God has sent at this point of time to change the narratives, to restore prayer back to the White House, to restore the love of God back to America. Why? Because the America itself was founded on the platform of prayer and grace. Brethren, what am I trying to explain to you? Let us not be overwhelmed with our gold chains. Let us not be overwhelmed with the kind of car, the private jets, and the number of people we have in our churches. Let's understand that we are in a war. And this war is not a war of spear and sword. It's a war of who owns the territory. It is time for us to begin to own the territories. Believe me, it is time. It is time. Because even Jesus himself will begin to weep for us if we don't do the right thing. Churches are sleeping. I made a video before now why Muslims are buying churches in America, buying churches in Europe. They are taking over there. They are taking over those places. They are taking over. In the next 100, 200 years, you will hear that France is now an Islamic nation. If nothing is done about it now. Anyway, I just lend my voice. Bless you.